Hey guys, what's up? It's Matthew here. Coming out of retirement for a little Bible review situation. I have to because Brock Childers is my homeboy and he does some amazing stuff over there at For the King Trading Company. A couple months ago, I told him I was going to Peru on a mission trip and I needed something a little bit special to be worked up. I needed a Bible that was going to be a Spanish-English diglot, or as it's more commonly called, a parallel Bible. And so, there's some really expensive rebind stuff you can do out there nowadays. A lot of really skilled guys. I love what my man David Dalfino is doing at Cherry Hills Bibles. I love Jeffrey Rice and what he does. They're great guys. But Brock's been my homeboy for a while, and so I consulted him about making me something special for this Peru mission trip. And here's what we came up with together. This is going to look a little bit different than a lot of rebinds, to be completely honest, because I've come to the place in my life where I have so many cool Bibles and some really high-end Bibles and things like that, I'm not exactly looking for the kind of Schuyler or the kind of Allen type look anymore. I'm looking for something that's really just kind of different. And so Brock and I chatted a little bit and we came up with this concept right here for this Bible that I ended up taking with me on the Peru trip. Let's just go ahead and have a look at what it is first, and then I'll tell you about the outside, which is what really matters in this particular case. So here it is. We have a Spanish-English Bible here, both languages. This is in the NASB in the English, and the LBNA, I guess it is, LBLA maybe, forget, in the Spanish. And this was perfect for me to study my Spanish and catch up, and also to be able to do devotions or things like that on the field. Anyway, that's the Bible. It's done by a Spanish publisher called Vida, which also has some other pretty cool theological things out there for the most part. But here's what Brock and I came up with. A very simple construction here. Notice that the spine is flat. There are no ribs or spine hubs or anything like that. Here's the For the King Trading Company symbol right there. Kind of understated. I like that. And this is a Dublin Horween, which is a natural colored leather, and this is going to wrinkle and it's going to get scratches on it on purpose. I like that. This is not the kind of Bible that I wanted to be pristine and put on a shelf somewhere. It was going to be a Bible that I was going to take all over the mountains of Peru with me, which I did. It's going to be the kind of Bible that I'm going to shove in a backpack and my carry-on suitcase and all that kind of thing. So I wanted something that was going to scratch and dent on purpose. And that's what we came up with. It's a really cool leather, totally scratched up, and it's going to get even better as it goes. I think it's just going to be absolutely amazing. I will tell you, this is the softest but most tough leather. It's soft and tough, and it's kind of a weird paradox there, but you'll only know it when you feel it in your hand. It's really quite cool. Now, on the inside, we did something super simple. Again, this is what I wanted. I wanted an unfinished look. So we did a veg tanned goatskin leather right here for the liner, and then we left the edges unfinished, and they're just kind of going to bend and fold and get mangled, which is exactly what I want out of this Bible. So this is going to get really scuffed up, and it's just going to look amazing as it gets beat on over the years. Okay, now that's not going to be for everybody. Not everybody's going to want something like that, but this is exactly what I wanted, and that's what Brock Childers gave me. Now, while we're talking about For the King Trading Company, I want to show you a couple other things that Brock has done for me in the past and why I'm a big fan of his work. So here's a Greek Bible that he did for me, also with the similar style. Notice how bent, folded, scuffed, and damaged this looks now. It's really tough. This is what this one is going to look like, only they're slightly different colors here. As you can see, this one's a darker leather. But again, kind of the same idea. We've got the rough hewn edges that are unfinished and the same kind of veg tanned goatskin liner there on the inside. So this is a Greek New Testament right there. Pretty cool one done by Crossway. So you can do something like that with Brock if you want to. Here's something else that Brock has done for me a while back. This is a Bible or a note holder, and I'll show you how this works. This is a very simple contraption right here, but this holds things like this. This is one of the Crossway notebooks. They have these for each of the individual books of the Bible where you can take your notes on one side and study on the other side. So you can see I've done a little bit of work here in the book of Acts. This is pretty cool, and this is held in by this elastic, which if I can do it, there you go. This is how this is held in. Just kind of a pinch and grab system here. So you just kind of slide this in. You could do anything. You could do sermon notes. You could do journaling, notebook paper. You could put your own paper loose leaf in there if you want to. So this is a really cool option for you for notebooks or journaling. Now, if you do want to get something a little bit more fancy with For the King Trading Company, they can hook you up with that as well. Here is one of my favorite Bibles and one that I love to use. It's my ESV Lego, which is the wide margin single column reference Bible done by Crossway. A rare Bible. People that have these, they love them. So you could do this a little bit more fancy if you do want to get the spine hubs and things like that with Brock and For the King Trading Company. He can certainly hook you up with something like this. This is not damage, folks. This comes like this. It's not like I did something to this, but it comes like this. And again, it's just something different. For those of you who are Skylar or Allen or Crossway collectors, if you want to step off the beaten path and do something that nobody else has, Brock is probably the guy to put something like that together for you. Here's just one other thing, and I have a bunch of other stuff from For the King Trading Company. This is a big, huge notebook. You put your sermon notes or something like that in here. Brock can make this kind of stuff for you. You can put your sermon in here. You could put gadgets in here or whatever. Carry your important papers with you. Got a little pen holder right here. So Brock has just got some very interesting stuff. And I know a lot of you guys are going to thumb your nose at it because you're a Skylar person and you don't want to take your Bible outside, and you're the kind of person that makes a Facebook post about you got a scuff, should you send it back? All right, I've been there too. But if you want some stuff that's really cool, that's going to wear in a very unusual and neat way, probably want to check out Brock Childers and For the King Trading Company. All right, that's all I got for you today. Hey, I'll post a link to his stuff in the description of this video. Thanks for checking in. Love you lots, and we'll talk to you later.